is why we did this. So for stop 2 of my leg of the World's Cup tour, we're in Cape Verde, a 10-island archipelago where, just like our last stop in Uzbekistan, location plays a role in everything. That's because where we currently stand, smack bang in the middle of the North Atlantic Ocean, about 400 miles west of Senegal, means we are on just about the only major landmass that sits between the Americas to the west and Europe and Africa to the east. And it's their unique position between such powerful worlds that has created a completely unique people and culture that is a combination of those who have passed through. You see, in the days before planes, when shipping ruled world trade, well, Cape Verde was the refueling spot for those passing between continents. And so for centuries, whether it was rum or livestock, whether it was going to Haiti or Holland, it probably passed through here. Heartbreakingly, such a strategic position also meant that this place became the primary nexus for the transatlantic slave trade, meaning tens of thousands of West Africans were held here before being sent off to places like Brazil, Portugal, and the Caribbean. So come the end of slavery here in 1870, the 10 islands that make up this country found themselves with a mixed population of West Africans and Portuguese, which meant that over centuries, when they combined their culture, they created a way of life unlike anywhere else in the world, where anything and everything Cape Verdean is a brilliant blend of Africa and Europe. Take their cuisine, for example, fuses West African ingredients with Portuguese cooking techniques. Their proud music scene is a combination of funana, a fast-paced, high-energy genre encompassing African instruments, and morna, a softer, more melancholic sound inspired by Portuguese fado. As for the language, well, the Constitution may say it's officially Portuguese, but the lingua of the streets is called Crioulo, a brilliant blend of archaic Portuguese vocabulary mixed with West African grammar. In fact, it's not a Portuguese word, but a Crioulo one that has over time become an unofficial slogan of the Cape Verdean people and way of life. And it's pronounced Morabeza, an all-encompassing term referring to the importance of hospitality, friendliness, and most importantly, enjoying life in a laid-back and calm manner. But on October 13, 2025, this country was anything but Morabeza, as that was the day that this country qualified for their first ever World Cup, and this place has not been the same since. And rightfully so, as the records show just how special this was. They became the first ever African island nation to make the World Cup. They became the third smallest ever nation to make the World Cup. And they didn't just do it by sneaking in, but instead topping their group above African powerhouse Cameroon. But most fascinating of all is just how they've done it. You see, the Tubarões Azuis, or the Blue Sharks, as this country's beloved national team are known, qualified for the World Cup with a squad made up of 2/3 dual national Cape Verdeans who grew up outside the island. A fit and reflection for a nation who have 3 times the amount of people as part of its international diaspora than living in the country itself. And so in this squad, you'll find players from France, Ireland, and 6 Dutch Cape Verdeans who are not just from the same city of Rotterdam, but the same neighborhood. And so for such a unique place to qualify for this tournament in such unique circumstances, I had to visit Cape Verde for the second stop of my World Cup tour to find out if the land of Morabeza can really keep their cool for the biggest event this country has ever been part of. Okay, so here we are in Mindelo, the biggest city on the island of São Vicente, one of the 10 islands that make up the nation of Cape Verde. And it has just gone about 9 a.m, meaning we've got a whole 12 hours before their huge second group stage game against Uruguay. And so, with the whole day ahead of us, the plan as always is to head into town, meet the locals, grasp the vibe, and most importantly, document how even in a place like this, which already feels like we're at the end of the World's Cup is having an effect. Okay, well, we're not even stopping at the hotel because I've been told first stop I need to come to is this market we've just passed by. Look at this straight away. Look at the first store we see. 2-1? You're gonna win 2-1 against Uruguay?
Senegal, and my second team is Cape Verde.
You're from Senegal?
Senegal.
But Senegal's in the World Cup and you're going for Cape Verde?
Yeah.
Over Senegal?
Yeah.
Where are you from? You're from Cape Verde?
I'm Senegal too.
You're from Senegal as well. We have gotten out of the car from the airport 2 minutes in, and you're already seeing how special this is. The Senegalese, who have arguably the best team in Africa, who live here, are going for Cape Verde.
Can I show you my shop here?
Yeah, come show me your shop. Let's go. Let's do this. This market keeps providing wonders. I've just met Jilson, who's insisted I check out a mural that kind of embodies the Cape Verdean spirit.
This shows the resilience of the Cape Verdean people. If you look around, there's almost nothing, but with nothing we build up a country.
I want to try and find the football culture besides the shirts.
Yes.
Are there football pitches or stadiums around here I can check out?
You have the ditch, the rain protection.
The ditch?
It's
Okay.
something that you have never seen in your life.
Oh, this is it? Oh, yeah. Jilson was right. That is impressive. I've seen football pitches in all kinds of places, but in a canal with that view of the volcanic mountains and the villas, I mean, I've never seen anything like it. What's that? I can show you even better. There's better than this? Let's go. Okay, pitch number 2. You weren't lying. Reggie, this is even better. This, the colors, the people, the view. It feels like you're on the loading screen of an old school FIFA game.
Got an even better one.
Better than this again?
Better than this one.
Better than this? These guys just don't do normal football pitches. The colors, the murals. It's just such an attack on the senses in such a beautiful way. Goal! I'm too old for this. Can we get some food or something? I'm starving. Pijos? So I'm starting my lunch with something sweet. Oh wow. That's honey? I've never had honey like that. That is so good. Great start with the food. Okay, Verde, great start. Okay, dish 2, cachupa. Decent. Not what I was expecting. Doesn't have that kind of spice to kind of island food that you expect, but it's nice. Anything with an egg, I'm good. One more for the road, you know. All right, well that's lunch done. Cape Verdean food tried. Back to Cape Verdean football, because in our short time here already, the one thing we've noticed is everyone claims to be either a friend or family of one of the players or training staff, but we've actually just gotten the number of someone who is genuinely best friends with the coach, Bubista. His name's Dario. He's invited us to his house, and I just want to get to know what it's like for your best mate to be taking the country to their first ever World Cup. What's it feel like when you see Bubista on the TV on a World Cup broadcast?
Me sinto especial por ter olhado minha companheira de triunfar e estar no melhor palco de futebol do mundo. Por natureza, ele tem poder de liderança que é impressionante.
Are you surprised that he's led Cape Verde to the World Cup?
Ele tinha isso na sua cabeça nesse momento, a long time.
He's gives voice. Por quê?
É ambição que ele tinha, sempre de aprender mais e para transmitir para mais novo.
Obrigado, boa sorte.
Obrigado.
Pelo partido.
Sim. Bom que eu quero experimentar brinde de Cabo Verde.
Why not? Let's do it.
Tubarões azuis.
The tubarões azuis. Ooh, I like that one. That's good. Well, I think we've done a pretty good job in our one day in Cape Verde. As the day came to an end, I said to my fixer, is there just one more authentic location that can sum up this place? And he said, I got the perfect spot. We are in Ribeiro Boch, and it just explains why they call this country Mini Brazil. Just amongst all these wonderful characters and colors, football is at the heart of all of it. The world game is just constant throughout every street, every lane, and it just reinforces why it is so important that this country made this World Cup, that they're having the performance they did against Spain, and that tonight, hopefully, they continue it against Uruguay, and we get to document it firsthand as this country's wonderful football story continues. The sun has gone down, the night has arrived, and with it, the match. It's about 20 minutes away. Cape Verde's second ever in a World Cup. In their first, they got their first ever point. In their second, can they get their first ever goal? You would think a game this important, when you've only got 1 point and you're in quite a tough group, you'd be more nervous, but evidently that's not the Cape Verde way. Everyone's just walking in the stadium in this kind of cool, chill manner. But the question is, does that remain for kickoff? We've just got outside the fan zone, and in classic Cape Verdean style, it's a celebration of different foods and drinks before you can even get in. They are grilling all kinds of meat, all kinds of vegetables, and it is just a festival of smells, tastes, and sights to the eye that is just so fitting of this colourful island. It's one of the best pre-game meals I've ever had. The chicken is so tender. Obrigado. Caipirinha, cancerero caipirinha. That's good stuff. Okay, let me get one grog, one punch. Grog, punch. Primer. First this one. No, I'm a punch man. I'm a punch man. I think we've learnt my lesson. And so, Cape Verde's second ever World Cup match in the history of their country has kicked off, and it feels like the entire island is here in this fan zone. It feels like there is not one person who is not wearing the blue of their national team, and it feels like, despite everyone saying they're cool, calm and collected, the nerves are already beginning. We've just hit the 20-minute mark. Cape Verde have just got themselves a free kick outside the box. Cape Verde, we saw Uzbekistan score their first goal in the World Cup. We've just seen Cape Verde do the same. But this time, it's giving them the lead. What you are watching is not just sporting history, it's cultural history, it's generational history. Just look what it means. Uruguay get the equaliser 1-1, but that's a country, 50 places higher ranked in the FIFA rankings. It's heartbreaking, but nothing to be ashamed of. And just like that, it's true on Uruguay. This fucking sport and its cruel way. I'm calling it, it's not over, it's not over. Well, the World Cup doing what the World Cup does best, taking a nation from the highest of highs to the lowest of lows, literally within, 4 or 5 minutes. And so as the halftime break starts and they start blaring Funana, the people here, they seem hurt but not that bothered. I'm adopting the Cape Verdean way of life. Morabeza, things are gonna be all right. Okay, well, my cameraman has had to take some time off the camera to use his drone over the crowd, so I'm in charge of camera duties. Free kick to Cape Verde, 58 minutes in. Watch how I get this goal. When does the Morabeza wear off? Well, it is just worn off. We've hit the 80th minute and everyone's hands on their head. This is why we did this. It's just a draw. But this means so much more. How proud are you of this nation, of the team, of the people?
This is a message to the world, you know, we can. Okay, small country can. We can do big things.
All right, well, it's the morning after the night before. I've half lost my voice. I've woken up with a whistle around my neck. I can't stop smiling because what we witnessed last night was everything I wanted this show to be about. This tiny city on this tiny island showed more emotions, more celebrations, more festivities than anything I've seen come out of the stadiums of America, Canada, and Mexico. It's just proof that it doesn't matter where you are, whether you're in Uzbekistan or whether you're in the middle of the North Atlantic Ocean, what this tournament does, the effect it can have for just a draw is what we saw last night. And just to think this is only stop 2 on my World Cup tour, where up next we're going from here in the middle of the ocean to right in the middle of South America for a nation that may be the most football obsessed yet.